Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL Drill. In today's video, let's discuss some advanced sentences in terms of grammar. Now, this is intended for refining your grammar skills. And if you can identify all the errors and then suggest the correct sentences, you are very good at English. Shall we begin? Here is the first one. Okay, the sentence says, neither of the answers are correct. Okay, what's wrong with this sentence? The problem is here. The sentence says, neither of the answers are correct. This is incorrect. Let's discuss why. The key word here in this sentence is neither. Of course, in American English it is pronounced as neither. Let's say neither, because we use standard British English. So neither usually takes singular verb. Remember this one. This is the most basic rule. Singular. Neither of the answers are correct. So there are answers, maybe two answers, and none of them is correct. I think you get my point now. None of them is correct. In the same sense, neither is used here. And here, or is actually a plural verb. But we don't need a plural verb here. We need singular verb. So, what do we say? Is. So, the correct answer is, correct sentence is, neither of the answers is correct. Neither of the answers is correct. So, I hope you have understood. Now, let's move to the next one. Now, here is the second one. The committee have decided to postpone the meeting. The committee have decided to postpone the meeting. So, can you spot the error here? Yeah, maybe you have guessed it correctly. The problem is here. How? What is wrong here? Now, again, the problem is with the subject and verb agreement. This how is the verb and the committee is the subject. This is the subject. Now, committee is actually a group of people who come together, who get together to do certain thing. Okay, here committee is actually a collective noun. So, these things are always talked about as a collection, a single collection. So, we call them collective nouns. Collective nouns are usually singular. And the verb must be in agreement with the subject. Because the subject committee is singular, we need to use a singular verb. And do you know this one? Have, had, and had. So, present tense verb, past tense verb, and past participle verb, which is also called V3. Even though V3 labeling as V1, V2, V3 is not standard, that is what we have got used to. So, there is no problem. And the singular form for have is has, and this is what we are going to use now. So, the committee, the subject, the committee takes singular verb, that is has. And the answer is, the committee has decided to postpone the meeting. I hope you have understood. Let's move to the third one. Each of the students have completed their homework. So, what do you understand? Are we talking about one person here or more than one person? Actually, we are talking about more than one person. Got confused? Don't worry. There may be more than one person, like, let's say 5 people or 6 people. And even though we are talking about more than one person, we have used a pronoun which is singular. This pronoun each is actually singular. It refers to everyone there, everyone we are talking about, but it is a singular pronoun. Because it is singular pronoun, we need to use singular verb, just like we have discussed earlier. Right? Now, what should be here? In place of have, we should use has. Each of the students has completed their homework. We usually get carried away by this word. It looks like a plural one, but it's not plural. It's not the subject here. It is plural, but it is not the subject here. The subject here is each. Each of those students. We are talking about one individual person at a time. Okay, so that is the right sentence. Each of the students has completed their homework. Of course, there is common in modern English, but you can also say his or her homework. Okay, let's move to the next one. She is one of those writers who has won many awards. You think that there is nothing wrong with this sentence because the subject is singular, she, and has singular? No, this is not correct. Look at this here. We are not talking about this woman. She is not the subject here. The subject here is writers. Writers is the subject. Now this writers is plural, and this one is the person we are talking about. She is one of those writers. Now these are all writers and she is one of them. So writers is plural and we are talking about all these writers here. So has should be changed to have because writers is plural. So she is one of those writers who have won many awards. I hope that is clear. Let's move to the next one. I look forward to meet you next week. Now, when we look at this sentence, we generally tend to think that everything is correct here and perfect, but there is something wrong here. Let's see what that is. The problem here is this word meet. Now, it doesn't mean that we should remove that, but look at this one here. Our general tendency is to use to and infinitive, the first form of the verb, base form of the verb. But here it doesn't work like that. The standard phrase here is look forward. Let me write it down for you. The expression is look forward to something, STH stands for something, or look forward to doing something. It means after look forward to, we can use something. It means a noun, or you can use a noun phrase. See, we can use a noun or a noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? A group of words that acts as a noun. Like, I look forward to the meeting. Now here, the words the meeting act as a noun phrase. Or you can say, I look forward to it. Here, it may mean meeting. You're talking about meeting and you have already mentioned the word meeting. Now you say it. I look forward to it. Can be like that. Or you can say, I look forward to something. Like, I look forward to the meeting, noun phrase, or I look forward to meeting you. What is that doing here? Meeting. I look forward to meeting you next week. So remember this one. After look forward to, we use either a noun or noun phrase or doing something. Here doing refers to, the name of an activity. What is the name of activity here? Meeting. and this is otherwise called gerund. Gerund has another name. It is called verbal noun. Verbal noun, because it is actually a verb. Look at this one here, doing or going. So these are, let me write this, meeting as well. These are basically verb forms. They have ing form, but they act as nouns here. So we call them verbal nouns. So we use a gerund, V1 plus ing as a noun. I think you have understood. Let's move further. Anyway, let me read that sentence, correct sentence, once before we move further. I look forward to meeting you next week. I look forward to meeting you next week. Let's move further. The manager, along with his assistants, were present. The manager, along with his assistants, were present. What is wrong here? Let's see what is wrong. Now, the subject, let's decide the subject. The subject here is the manager. But why do we tend to think that this sentence can be perfect? Because we have the noun assistants here, and this assistants is a plural noun, and we have a plural verb. That is why we think that there is an agreement between the subject and verb. But the problem is here, assistants is not the subject. We are talking about the manager. It's not who the manager is coming with. We are not worried about other people. We say we focus on the manager. The manager, along with his assistants, were present is wrong because we are talking about the manager, and this is a singular subject, so we have to use was in the past tense. Was is used with singular subjects. The manager, along with his assistants, were present. But when can we use were? If you say the manager and his assistants, you can say were present. The manager and his assistants were present. But here, along with his assistants, it is not considered as part of the subject here. The manager was present. Let's move further. Looks very simple, doesn't it? He is senior than me. And you think it is perfect? Yeah, most of the people, most of the learners tend to make this mistake. Now, he is senior than me is incorrect. You know, words like junior, senior are always followed by to, not than. He is senior to me. He is junior to me. This is how it happens. You know, there are other words, inferior, superior. They are inferior to me. They are superior to me. Senior to me. Junior to me. So remember this one. Senior, junior, these words are always followed by the preposition to. Okay, now let's move further. Despite of the rain, we continued playing. Despite of the rain. Again, this looks very perfect. But the problem here is this word, of. You wonder why? Let me tell you. So, there is another preposition, in spite of. And in spite of is a three-word preposition, also called a compound preposition, because it has a combination of three words. Now, in spite of is perfect, is okay. But despite and in spite of are the same. But the only difference here is we don't have any of after despite. Never use that. In spite of and despite have the same meaning. So, there is no need to worry about that. But remember this one, don't use of. Now if you take away this of, and how does the sentence read? Despite the rain, we continued playing. Of course, you can say, in spite of the rain, we continued playing. It means, even though there was rain, we continued playing. Number 9. The number of accidents have decreased. What's wrong with this? Again, the subject-verb agreement. The number of accidents have decreased. Why? What's wrong here? We have plural subject and we have plural verb. You tend to think so, but that is not correct. Here again, just like we have discussed earlier, accident is not the subject here. This is not the subject. That is not our prime focus. Our prime focus is the number. The number, this is the subject. And when we use the words the number, they always refer to singular. I mean, they must be followed by a singular verb. So the number is always singular. So you have to say the number of accidents has decreased. The number of accidents has decreased. Don't get carried away by the noun that precedes this verb, that comes before the verb. Don't look at that all the time. So please be careful. Okay, now how does the sentence read? Correct sentence. The number of accidents has decreased. 10th one, of course, the last one. She is used to wake up early. She is used to wake up early. I think I have to discuss one other thing as well, because there is another sentence that is like this. Now, she used to wake up early. Have you ever seen such sentences? She used to wake up early. Look at the sentence structure here. Used to and the base form of the verb. Used to and base form. This is usually used to talk about past habits. Past habits which no longer happen. Maybe we are talking about somebody who had some kind of habit, but that person doesn't have the habit now. Then to refer to such actions or such things, we say use it to and the action verb, or like have forms or be forms, something like this. She used to wake up early. We are not talking about something that is happening now or something that happens regularly now. We are talking about something that happened in the past in somebody's life. She used to wake up early, but she doesn't wake up early now. But what about this sentence here? We have is used to wake. And you think that there is an extra word and we should remove this one? Okay, that might work very well too. She used to wake up early. That is what I wrote here. But there is another way to interpret this one. Now, this is actually a be form. Be form plus used to plus something or doing something. Do you remember what we discussed earlier? Yeah, when we discussed look forward to something or doing something. Yeah, the same thing here, something or doing something. Be. So what are these be forms? It can be like, am, is, are, and was, were. Now, look at this one here. In this sentence, we have used this structure, these be forms plus used to plus something. But look at this one here. This is be form, okay, and we have used to just like we discussed here, and there must be something or doing something after that. But look at this here. Wake is the base form of the verb. So this must be turned into a gerund. V1 plus ing form. Base verb plus ing form. waking. Now you get this sentence correct. Like the sentence is, she is used to waking up early. What does this sentence mean? This sentence is not about past tense. This is about present tense. We use such sentences or such structures with sentences like this in order to say that somebody keeps doing the same thing again and again, and then it is not difficult for them now. This girl has the habit of, or this woman has the habit of waking up early, and that is what she finds easy, and she doesn't feel it difficult at all, because she has done it many times, waking up early, and it has become normal for her, it has become common for her. That's it in this video. I hope you have learned a lot today in this video, and if you like this video, I would like you to hit that like button, share and comment below with any one of these sentences. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Keep learning.